Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks, spelled with the U and not an E. We don't want no troubles out those other peoples, okay? So don't get it twisted. So today, remember I told y'all I was going to here I is. And with my beautiful niece, there she is. So whenever I say my beautiful niece, that's the one I'm talking about. All my nieces are beautiful, but it's usually her because she be watching the show. My other nieces watch the show. I talk about that too. So anywho, time is of the essence. We don't have all day, okay? So we're gonna get this show to rolling. So today is episode 86, and we are making cardamom lattes. Actually, she's making them. I don't know how to make them. She's making them, and I'm learning. Grandma heard you gotta learn from somewhere. Okay. So we're making cardamom lattes. And we're going to, okay, so I don't know how much to say, but anyway, this is my beautiful niece. We're gonna go with that. And so now we're going to talk about, first we're going to talk about some benefits of the cardamom. Oh my word, I did not know there were so many benefits. Grandma Hershey going to be so smart by the time she's done with these shows. I'll go get me some cardamom. Okay. Anywho, so first my niece had some information. Let her share her information, and then I will share what she don't share so that you can understand that you need some cardamom. Okay. Let them know.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me back. Thank you for inviting me on.
You're welcome.
So I decided, since the weather is getting a little cooler and we all want our Foo-Foo drinks, we are going to do a little bit of a twist. Now, I know everybody likes their pumpkin spice. Me personally, I don't really. So I want to go a different direction. Another warm spice that we don't really give enough credit to is cardamom. So what is cardamom? Cardamom is part of the ginger and turmeric botanical family. So if you don't like ginger and you don't like turmeric, you might want to rethink this. But it's good for everybody who does like it, okay? So fun fact, cardamom is one of the most expensive spices in the world, next to vanilla and saffron. And the origins are in Southwest India, or so folklore has it. And there is a Chinese tradition that says drinking cardamom tea is the secret to a long life. So there we go with that. Now, there are some health benefits that I got off the Medical News Today magazine. One of the things that it talked about is the antimicrobial and antifungal benefits of cardamom, but it's mostly in oil form, so it's going to be more potent. Do not ingest the oil. It is a topical treatment, or it is a pharmaceutical grade. So don't just put anything in your mouth, okay? I know that sounded sideways, but just don't do that. Don't do that. But it does have an effect on killing bacteria and fungi. It is also really good for dental health. So in a lot of countries, they will just chew on cardamom pods, and that will help with their oral health. Metabolic syndrome, if we don't know what that is. So it is characterized by obesity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high triglyceride levels, high cholesterol, and low good cholesterol. This is usually triggered by a long life of stress and inflammation, which then leads to a bunch of other issues. Cardamom has been seen to be really good at reducing that inflammation and then improving those factors that can lead to those diseases. So that's a plus. And then, so how do they do that? So I went to the journal, the peer-reviewed journal, that did a randomized test on about 83 people who had type 2 diabetes and had some metabolic syndrome symptoms. Yes. Well, okay. So the amount that they used of cardamom for 10 weeks was 3 grams. 3 grams. That is about 1 tablespoon, or this amount every day for 10 weeks. That's a lot of cardamom. I don't know. Personally, I will just take a little at a time and blend it with some other things. So since we've got our 3 grams of cardamom, I'm going to go ahead and pop those open. Angelicia, if you wanted to add anything else to this.
Yes. You pull it up again. Okay. So now the other benefits of the cardamom that my beautiful niece didn't tell you is that Well, may reduce high blood pressure. It corrects digestive ailments. Okay, it will help clear the stomach ulcers and reflux and other stomach problems, and it eases the burning sensation in the stomach and eliminates nausea. So if you're feeling nauseous or you have a maybe heartburn or something, drink you a cup of cardamom tea. Okay, and then also when she talked about the fighting the bad bacteria, and it relaxes you. It helps to fight the buildup of cortisol, because cortisol is fat that comes around your abdomen area from stress and worry. So if you drink you some cardamom tea to relax yourself, okay, and so that will help with that. It also it's like you can use it as an aromatherapy. You can put it with some essential oil, and you can like burn it into where put in one of those little machines. I can't think about what that stuff is right now. Anywho, you get your bloopers here. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, it's great aromatherapy. Okay, now you get me. And so also it if you have surgery, then something for to kind of help calm you down after your surgery is also to take a blend of cardamom with essential oils, combine it with ginger, lemon, and lavender, and it will help to clear your head, beat the nauseous feeling that you may feel, and help you relax while you're awake after your surgery. Okay, so tell your doctor, have a cup ready. Okay, and then I don't know if they'll do it, but anyway, tell them. And then it also helps to soothe and reduce inflammation. So, because of the antioxidants in it, it protects cells from damage and prevents inflammation in the body that can lead to chronic diseases. Like arthritis and bursitis, them two brothers. We try to keep them out of our family. All right. And it also relieves respiratory ailments. So, if you have asthma, problem breathing, if you have wheezing, you can use the cardamom along with your medicine to help you. Okay, because of the flavonoids that's in it, it will improve your oxygen intake and help your lungs to relax. Okay, and then the last one that I have is it helps with your skin and hair. Okay, it will help to clear breakouts, can prevent breakouts, acne breakouts, and erases blemishes. I don't have to give me some. And so it will control the flow of sebum and clears out all clogged pores. This cardamom is something else, okay? And then it can get rid of skin irritation as well. And then it can give you softer lips. Mwah. So if you have chapped lips, find you some lip balm that has cardamom in it. Like my beautiful niece has. I didn't know they had such a thing. She showed it to me. So get you some of that and get them smooth, beautiful lips so you can be ready for kissing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to turn it back over to the DC food.
Yes. Okay. So we have already started on putting the syrup together. Now this is the great thing about tea. Okay. It is so versatile. And I know when we get on these shows or we have a drink that we really like, we want exactly that recipe. But I would encourage you to experiment with a variety of things, okay? So there are herbal teas, which means there is no caffeine. If you're drinking green tea, white tea, black tea, you're having caffeine, okay? Even matcha, it is actually the leaf ground up. So you're not even extracting it, you're drinking the whole thing. Coffee is actually a tea the way that it is made, but it's called coffee because it is a coffee bean that's identifiable. But anything else that you want to steep, it can be a tea. So our cardamom tea today can either be made in syrup form, which is what I'm doing today because I like to use the sweetener all in one in a liquid form because I like a lot of iced drinks even in the wintertime. And it's hard to get that sugar to dissolve in an iced drink. So I infuse the syrup with whatever flavor I want. You can do this with cinnamon, with ginger, with pepper. Some people do like pepper and turmeric, put that together. I put the whole spice in. Whole spices are going to maintain their volatile compounds. That is where the flavor is packed. Once you lose that, it's useless. So I took the cardamom pods, I crushed them up, not to a powder, but just to pop them open so that I can extract more of those volatile compounds and those oils. And then I put it in with about 1 cup, which is about 8 ounces of water, and then about a half a cup of syrup because I want a light syrup, or I'm sorry, a half a cup of sugar because I want a light syrup. You can use more if you want to, and you can use less. Now, for those of y'all who don't want sugar, or you want to use an artificial sweetener, or you just don't want sweetener in your tea at all, you can just take this same recipe and omit the sugar. So you're just going to steep the cardamom or whichever herb you want to in the water, just like you're making tea. Let it boil for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then you can add your other sweetener in or just leave it be. Now, like I said, we're making a latte, which means we are adding a milk or a creamy beverage to it. And again, so if you like Oatly brand or oat milk, that's a really nice addition to this too. Foam it up, heat it up. It's lovely. You can do this with coconut milk. Just make sure that you've tasted that coconut milk first because it will alter the flavor. And I don't know how well coconut and cardamom play. With the region that the cardamom pods come from, historically speaking, savory wise, they play really well. But you have to change things according to your taste. So experiment, have fun with it. It's going to be all right. So, all right, we've got our cardamom going. And in the meantime, I am going to take the lazy way out, and I'm going to take my 100% grass-fed A2 milk, and I'm going to heat it in the microwave because I don't have another small pot. I'm going to put this on for about 30 seconds a piece. I'm going to stir it up. And then once it's hot, I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to foam it up. We are also going to be making a matcha. So I have a matcha powder here that I got from the local grocery store. And like I said, matcha, it is the whole leaf. So if you are sensitive to caffeine, beware.
No matcha for you.
Yes. It packs a punch, but it's mellow. It's not the high and then the crash that you typically get with tea or with coffee. And when I say tea, I mean the tea leaf that you extract from. So just keep that in mind. That's also a plus. And this is also really high in polyphenols.
Oh, you need those polyphenols, remember?
Yes. Yes.
I might be look like I'm playing peekaboo with you, but when my guest is talking, I would like for you to concentrate on her, not all of my loveliness. Okay, so if I back out the picture, I'm letting her have the floor so she can tell you what's going on. Okay, because we learning today, even Grandma Hershey.
So I'm curious if y'all could put down in the comments, what is your favorite warm spice or tea? How do you like to have your tea? Do you like it hot? Do you like it iced? Why do you like it one way or the other? And then how do you prepare it? And what is your sweetener of choice and why? I'm always curious about learning these things.
Yes.
So as far as a plant-based milk, what would you use? What would you use, Grandma Hershey?
I usually use my almond milk or the coconut milk. And then sometimes I do the almond coconut mix together. So it depends on how much creaminess I want, because to me, the coconut milks are creamier. So it would depend on what kind of creaminess I want. And I tell you, my favorite almond milks are chocolate and banana. They are delicious. Yes, indeed. So, but some people don't want you to drink almond milk. Like one of my grandsons said, "You never seen no almond milk, no almond milk itself." It's so crazy, as he said. Who cares? At least I won't have a flatulence problem.
Oh no!
How about that?
Oh my goodness.
When you lactose intolerant, you go switch to almond. How about that? And then I like cashew milk also. So I just like nuts. How about that?
I like nuts too. So you can also use the same recipe for making a chai masala. So when we say chai here in the United States, we are thinking a spiced tea. But when we say chai overseas, you're just saying tea. So we have to be very specific. So this actually can just be a base for chai masala or masala chai, however you want to say it. And what you would do is you would wait to sweeten till the very end. So you put in your water and then you put in your spice. Let them boil together. And then you add in the black tea. And you let it boil. And then you add in milk. And then you let it boil. And you take it off the heat. And you add a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit. And then you drink it that way. So again, this is very flexible. You can let your creative juices flow.
Yes. And that's why she's doing the making. I put my host to work.
Yes, she
because
does.
They know things. Okay. They know things.
This one is almost ready. So with the syrup that I'm making, I'm only going to heat this until the sugar dissolves, which it has. So I've turned the heat off. And so before you put the syrup into the glasses, you want to have your strainer ready. So I'm going to add the syrup until in the very end. I'm trying to multitask. It's not working out well.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to wait to do the very end. So now all that I need to do is make the matcha.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm going to step back again.
Are you leaving me?
Nope. I'm just trying to get myself out the way so they can see your loveliness.
All right. So
my loveliness.
I tend to be pretty sensitive to matcha. It usually comes in a sealed container like this because it's very sensitive to humidity. So if you live in a place that is highly humid, I would advise you to keep it in a container that is going to prevent it from clumping up, because it does. Even just this is why we strain first, right? Because right here it's really light. So I'm going to run that right through here, and then I'm going to go out of frame and grab some water.
You get to see me again. How about that? I would tap dance for you, but I don't know how.
Oh, no.
I've tried over and over again. Now I'm going to get out the frame again. She's back.
So now I like these little whisk things. Some of them you can get heated, so it'll heat the milk while you're blending it, or heat the beverage while you're doing it. Just plain. So I like to whisk with the electric one because I feel like it does a better job with getting the lumps out than I do manually. And, you know, you see that traditional whisk, the bamboo whisk that everybody likes. They want it because, one, is traditional, and two, it gives you a foam. Do you not see foam?
Yes.
I'm just saying. And it was faster.
Yes, I see foam.
It was faster. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to foam our milk. So you pull it to the side. If you've ever been to a cafe, you will see that they actually heat the steam through, and that steam will cause the little bubbles that comes up with this velvety foam. This doesn't do quite the same thing, but you can imagine that it does.
What you're thinking, cap on.
Yes, we're going for homemade, and you are going to be proud that you made it and you didn't spend $7 for a matcha.
Exactly. So,
not that I'm against paying $7 for something. I just don't want to do it all the time. So
I am. That's probably why I don't know how to make these things.
I had to figure it out because there was a time when I couldn't afford the drinks and going out to the cafes. And I said, how can I give myself the experience without the cost? And this was a way that I did it. I mean, we all remember that time.
Yes.
When we couldn't go out.
Yes.
So let's not pretend like we don't know.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So we're making a little more foam because I find that to be the best part. All right. So now we're just going to put it all together. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my syrup. Actually, hold on a second. Maybe I can get my act together. And I'm going to pour a little bit into my strainer. Now, because I'm not exactly sure how sweet this is, we're going to go light. Okay. Excuse me. Next, I'm going to put in my matcha. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, why did you make such a small amount of matcha? It packs a punch. 2 ounces worth of this stuff, and actually it's the dry measure. So if you took a gram of it, you would get a good punch of caffeine.
Ooh, that one.
A really good one. So what does this one say? Hold on a second.
It was 2.5 or something like that.
Yep, 2 grams of this matcha is going to give you, what does it say?
Is it right here? 51 something other.
Where is it? Oh yeah, 51 milligrams of caffeine.
So,
Now, if you have an espresso, and you get it from a very well-known chain, you're looking at about 150 milligrams, and that's 2 shots. That's 2 ounces.
mercy.
Yes. So you're working with a lot. It's less than the espresso, but it's still a lot. All right. So we have our milk here, and it's very difficult to show you how this works. Let's try this
Pull it
one.
up some if you have to.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to bring this through. Now at this point, we have a latte.
All right now. Sucky, sucky.
And the last thing I'm going to do, because I think the foam is the best part.
Don't froth it again.
No,
Oh,
I scoop it
to show
out.
you what I know.
I scoop it out.
Hey,
You put as much foam as you want.
okay.
If you don't want foam, don't put it on.
on. That looks so cute. Wow.
Now, like some places, you get it filled all the way to the top, and then the drink is spilling before you get it to your mouth. And I'm wearing white today, so we're not going to do that. All right. So this is our little thing. Okay.
Okay, so
Which
we
cup would you
we
like?
ready to see if it's make sure it's not poison.
Absolutely.
We gonna
Now,
make sure it's not poison.
I would encourage just giving it a little stir before you get started.
Okay, so I'm gonna stir it up and see if we can get the cup a little.
You're gonna pull it back.
Pull it back.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right. Give it a little stir, and then I
Because
just
remember
take-
that syrup's on the bottom.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So do I sip it or
Yeah, you can sip it. You can
Take
just
some
take
with
a
a spoon?
spoonful.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
However you
spoon.
want to do it.
Okay. Take a spoonful because
She's not had matcha before.
I have not. Okay, here we go. We're gonna make sure it's not poison
Cheers.
first. Oh yes. Okay, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So let's make sure it's not poison. We'll make sure my niece not poisonous.
I'll be right there with you.
It's not bad.
It's very light in flavor.
Yes. It almost tastes like a vanilla cookie.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I get, like a vanilla cookie or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, you mean like a sugar cookie?
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, like tastes like a vanilla cookie to me. But I'm gonna take one for the team. How
I
about
never
that?
put that together before, but you're right.
Hanging with Grandma Hershey. It's better if you just sip it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And another good thing
That's some good
is
stuff.
you
I
can
like that.
adjust the intensity of the cardamom.
Okay.
So I don't like to overdo it.
Mhm.
You got to go lighter than heavier.
Mhm.
If you know you like cardamom, then you put way more in. Okay.
Oh man, this is good.
Yes.
It almost tastes like that sake to me cake I made. Guess what? Yeah.
It's
Oh.
delicious.
Ooh, okay. Anywho, it's good. I'm taking another sip first. Okay. Oh, that's some good stuff. I'm gonna have to start making that.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what you need to do right now is you need to find that thumbs up. Look like this, okay? And you need to click it. And then you need to go to subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and click that. And then you see that black bell at the top. That's the one you want. Click the black bell. Then, in a minute or two, we're going to be done with this show. And what you're going to need to do is share this with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your family, and share it with your enemies, because everybody got to eat. We got to feed the world. Okay. So now let's do our shout outs. I was trying to make a song. I'm getting more and more people. I love it. I love it. So we have Diana and Shelly and Sherry and Marcy and Kay. You notice how those other ones were in there with some wide sound? The A girls. Then we got Regina. We have Stephanie, Tuka. We got some men in there. We got Chris. We got John, my school mentor. We got Terry, who sent me nice compliments. And we got my best friend Phyllis. And we have Sabelle. Now, if I didn't say your name, that's because I didn't know you watched the last show. So if you want me to shout out to you, then let me know that you watched the show so I can shout out to you, boo. Okay. So now we got 2 birthdays. So last week, Kay was trying to tell me that it was Regina's birthday. And I can't read the thing. I look at them later, okay, because I like to respond to people. So Regina, you getting sung to today, girl. You gonna get serenaded. And then I have a good friend named Nadia. Her birthday was Saturday. So I'm gonna sing to you 2 beautiful ladies. How about that? Me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Regina and Nadia. Happy birthday to you. So, if you had a birthday in the last 7 days, let me know. And if you have one coming up in the next 7 days, let me know. And I can sing to you too. Okay, because I love birthdays. They tell me I've been around for another whole year. Yes, indeed. So I want to thank my beautiful niece for hosting for me. And she's been a wonderful, wonderful host with her hospitality, because I'm staying at her home. Save me some bucks, don't fella. Anywho.
She have to pay in cooking.
I did make something up today. And so with that note about cooking, so I saw this picture of a recipe. I didn't look at how to make it. And I'm going, I can make this. So it looked like it was like mashed potatoes and then a meatloaf on top. I said, oh, I can do that. So next week, guess what we having? I call it the meatloaf shepherd pie, or you can call it the inverted shepherd pie. Whichever way you want to call it, it was delicious.
Yes,
we're gonna put that in the hook'em section, okay? See, she's a witness. And if Mr. Andreas was here, he'll give you that thumbs up.
Yes,
So anyway, that's all for today. I thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to like and share. Okay, love you. Have a great week, and I'll see you in 7 days. And don't forget to leave comments, because I do respond to my comments. Love you guys. Mwah. We don't have the mouse to fiddle with today.